Hi, everyone. My name is Stephanie Donnell, and I'm the school librarian and tech integration specialist for Bertrand Community School. Bertrand is located in south central Nebraska. Our school is a K-12 building with a total of 260 students. Today, I'm going to show you examples how our students use augmented and mixed reality in the classroom. At the end of the presentation, I will show you our newest device that displays student-created 3D models. You do not need any special equipment or glasses to see them. You won't want to miss it. I have always been interested in augmented reality and how it can be integrated into the classroom. We try to use technology in a purposeful and meaningful way. And we don't want students to always just consume the technology, but we want them to create. So in the next videos, you will see students using and creating augmented reality. The first app that we're going to highlight is Google Expeditions. Inside of Expeditions, there is an augmented reality section, and there are about 163 different experiences you can use. Our students have used the food chains. We've learned about the solar system. We learned about bees. And here you can see the students using a trigger to bring up that image. Here are some first graders taking, they're learning about sharks.
How do you do that?
And so they are learning about them.
I don't see any fish in his body.
So he must be catching some.
Let's go in again.
Back up a little more and then just there. Let me go to, I want to see what's in the great white.
Here are the second graders. They learned about dinosaurs. We also use the Merge Cube with our students, and HoloGlobe is an amazing app, especially for, I would say, upper elementary students to learn about the Earth.
What you found cool, or your group found cool in the app.
We found that was cool that you can zoom in on the Merge Cube and to get to see the fires more. And we learned about the oceanic currents and how the tectonic plates move. And that about the 3 hurricanes that happened last year. More info on them. Thank you.
Our second and third graders used My Body app from Merge Cube. And here they're using my giant Merge Cube that I built. You can find templates online to build that. And you can get a lot of students around one of them. And every student is engaged when using the Merge Cube. It's fun to watch.
Are not gas giants, and the ones farther are the gas giants.
And what divides them?
The asteroid belt, you can see it's right there. See that? If you can see 4 rings or something, you can see 4 rings on the outside and 4 rings on the inside, and the asteroid belt is in between those, so you can see.
This is a great app to use for younger kids. It's like kindergarten and to learn the letters.
A, alligator.
So it has an image and a voice.
B, beaver.
To review the letter and the letter sounds.
C, cat.
And this is something I would use maybe in a center with students.
Every year in the library, the students have a chance to create a pumpkin book character. And in 2015, I created a book. And in the book, I took a picture of all the students with their pumpkins. And then I also interviewed them. I asked them how they created their pumpkin, if they had any parent help, or if they had a funny story while creating the pumpkin. Then in the Erasmus app, I uploaded their video and tied it to their image. And so if parents or students wanted to see the interview, they would have to have the app on their phone, and they would hover over that image, and then the video would come out of that student talking about their pumpkin. And at the end of the book, I had the directions for them. So when they checked it out, they knew how they could interact with this book. And last year, HP Reveal bought Erasmus. So we are creating another one with this book using that app. Take a look at a couple of the interviews.
My name is Kinsey Drain, and I did Olaf for my character Pumpkin. I got first place, and I won $35 to the book fair. I spray painted it white, and I carved an orange nose for it.
I'm Race Finzant. I'm 5th grade, and I made the character Skippy John Jones. I love Skippy John Jones because he has a great imagination, just like I do. And I made him out of 2 pumpkins. I painted him. My mom helped me painting it. And I made him out of this colored foam, his ears, and then these little wires with black fur on them for his feet and his arms and his whiskers. And then I used a little crown for his fur.
And
by his
you
nose.
got 3rd place in your
Yep.
division, is that right?
Yep.
And what did you get for 3rd place?
$10 for the Scholastic Book Fair.
Very nice.
That book was made, I used Shutterfly and uploaded all the images and then just had it made into a hardcover book. And so that is available in the library for students to check out. They do love to check it out and take it home. And even 5 years from now, for them to look back and look at themselves, it'll be just a fun book to have. It didn't take that long to create. You need to capture those videos of each of the students, upload those to HP Reveal, and then connect that to each image. And so the photos would be the trigger that would make that video come out. The next video is a social media post that I created. I used 3D Bear to create this. And it was book fair time, and I just needed to create something that would maybe catch people's attentions online. And this is what I created. And the theme for the book fair was fairies, so I thought this was appropriate. It had some audio to it and movement, and we did get quite a bit of engagement from that post. So think about using augmented reality for your social media. Another thing that we created for the library and for the students in our school is an augmented reality sandbox. You may have seen one of these online. We collaborated with our shop instructor and our staff at the ESU. We also had to use a projector, some software, Xbox Connect piece to it, and you combine all that together, and this is what happens.
And it's on Jennifer now. Yeah. Jennifer, over there. You can make more. I know.
And here our students are learning about topography while they're interacting with the
Can you
sand.
drain your water? Oh, is it going in?
I'm trying to
Oh, it's
drain
trying.
it.
Look at that. Good for you.
They're making their rivers.
I'm moving it. It's turning green. I'm moving it. So no. Jennifer, look. I'm filling it in. I'm kind of getting some sand.
One of the cool things too is if you put your hand up close to the projector, you can make it rain. So the kids have really enjoyed using the augmented reality sandbox. The next thing I want to talk about is mixed reality. And mixed reality is the blending of the physical and the digital world where objects coexist and you interact with them in real time. And here in the library, I wrote a grant, and we have 4 Microsoft HoloLenses. And a HoloLens is a holographic headset. It's like a Windows 10 computer on your head. It allows you to see and interact with holograms while you still see everything around you. if you have a virtual reality headset on, you are totally immersed and you can't see anything around you. With the HoloLens, I can see and interact with holograms while I can still see where I'm standing and everybody in around me. So it's pretty cool. And we've used the HoloLens to learn content and visualize complex concepts like chemistry, anatomy, geometry, are just to name a few. You can view your 3D models in ways that were not possible before, and I'll show you some videos of students doing that. It also allows our students to evaluate and modify their designs before it is sent to the 3D printer. Hopefully, it's encouraged students to think about future careers in science, technology, engineering, art, or math. And we've kind of come up with our philosophy: if you dream it, you can do it. Here is a quick video, and I won't show it all, but this is part of our anatomy class. We have people come, they are learning about the skeleton or different systems in the body. And this app is from Pearson, and it is the Holo Human. And we'll take a quick look so you can see what it's like.
Presentation, I put it on.
So take a look at the little white dot is your
cool.
eye, is the cursor. And over on the right-hand side, we can go over the different systems.
Oh,
if
cool.
I would tap on here.
I know. Isn't that cool? And go closer.
Oh, right.
And notice the closer she gets in,
Yeah. Oh, cool. Oh,
you can go like inside of the organ.
Oh, wow.
Or
You
inside
can really
the bone.
see. Oh, sweet. This would be really cool if I had something like this so I could actually see what's going on with my kids' bodies when they're sick.
Here we are still learning about the skeleton system, but this is important because we have figured out that we could have multiple HoloLenses on with different students, and we're sharing the same space. So they are studying the same hologram, but each have a different headset on. And you can see the image on the whiteboard, what they see in their screens.
And then like walk into your legs.
Oh no, the person's feet are right here.
Yeah, now walk into it and keep like, you can hurt your neck a little bit, but it's
Oh,
you can put your
I
arm
press
too.
into the wall.
Don't do that.
Oh no.
I wish it like moved
Oh,
as you walk.
There's my skeleton. Good deal.
Okay, go in a little closer. I'm going to videotape you.
And so again, if she moves in
Watch her
closer,
bones. When she
you
gets
get a much
closer to
better
your
view.
hologram.
And look what happens to the skull. You can go into the nasal cavity.
It's weird because the nose is like skin. So
You know, you can't see things like this in a textbook. And so mixed reality really brings learning and the concepts to life and makes them easier to understand. Okay. Next, I want to introduce you to Bill Ford. He's our industrial technology teacher. And he can probably retire anytime, but he just loves to teach, and he also loves to learn. And he's super excited about technology. If I show something brand new, he usually has it mastered within an hour or two and shows me what he's created. And so he also fell in love with the HoloLens and the potential that it has for students. You know, it's purposeful technology, and the students would really benefit from it. This is a video of the kids actually for the very first time using their CAD drawings, and we put them in CAD Explorer, and they got to see them. And one of the benefits of putting their designs in the HoloLens is they can look for changes, make modifications before it goes to the 3D printer. Here they can make it any size. They take the corners, stretch
And so what
them
these
out.
kids did, they designed a 3D object.
Right.
What program did you guys use?
SolidWorks.
SolidWorks, okay? And then in SolidWorks, they saved it and moved it into CAD, the CAD program, and then that uploads to the HoloLens.
Right.
And so now the students can see what they created before it goes to the printer.
And you can think of this even one more step. How about doing this? Let's redesign a kitchen. And then let's see if we like it. And so we could set it up and we could walk through it and see if we like the spaces that we have made or if we need to make some adjustments. And so before we even make any sawdust or noise, we can actually create our kitchen and walk through it before we start. And we can take that one step further. How about if we walk through our whole house? Or how about if we walk through a whole community?
Down Main Street.
Down Main Street. So it's something that is, I know that probably we'll look back on this and say, yeah, and we got excited about that. But this is something to really get excited about. So this is as big a step from paper pencil to CAD as we are now from CAD to 3D mixed reality. So.
Okay, so we did put that image into CAD Explorer, and like you said, we took it one step further, and we did. We had a student create a condo in Chief Architect, and Bill said, hey, I wonder if we can put it in the HoloLens. Well, thanks to Alex at the service unit, he helped us, and then we went into the gym and we made it full scale. And this is Bill walking through the student's design for the very first time in full scale in the gym. So you can see him up in the top corner. I just pulled him out of the shop class. Looks like he's wandering aimlessly in the gym.
Is this one of Sarah's room?
This is the condo.
Yeah, it's a condo.
We had the student that made this design. She came back for Christmas break, and we told her she needed to come to the school and to walk through her design. And so here is Sarah walking through her CAD design and seeing it in a different light.
It's nice. Now, how much detail did you put into the countertop?
Like I did like granite countertops and
Is
like
that
the
showing up
woodwork.
in there?
Yeah.
Okay, you can see some of the patterns.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I can see like the different woodworking things that I did like to the drawers and stuff.
Okay. And then do you see your sink and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Cabinets?
Yeah. And there's like coffee maker over there.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Now what's cool about that is all of that showed up on the 3D print.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I printed it so small that you couldn't really make everything out. But I knew you had done those details in there.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Sarah, will you walk us through your condo?
Okay. I think, okay, so this is the kitchen right here. And there's like a stove and there's this goes into another room. So like the refrigerator and like the deal. I think there's a pantry right here.
It'll show up if you get close enough to it.
Here we have an angel that the shop class made, and we had a 6th grade student that was going through cancer for the 2nd time. And so this was a fundraiser. And so the students used SolidWorks to design this angel that they would decorate and sell. And so then we put it in the HoloLens just to get a different look at it. But one of the cool things about this one is this is the first time in this program that we were able to use 3 HoloLenses focusing on the same hologram in the same space, but you could give control, you hand it off to someone else, and then they can size it, move it. So here's a quick peek.
I want to slice it right here.
Go ahead. I'm out.
Even though we look in different directions, we're all looking at the same hologram.
So it just slices. Oh, it does slice the whole thing, doesn't it? Just got a little bit of a grid, but it does slice the whole thing at the same time.
That's cool.
All right, Mrs. Donnell, what did we do to get all three of them into space?
We just all signed in.
Huh?
We just, like, you know how you went and signed in with all that information?
Okay, yeah.
That's what you did. And
Okay,
that's how
so
can all
we
sign
just signed into the same
in.
space.
Yeah, we just signed into the same thing. Thanks to the seal.
Miss Gravestein, we're in the same space.
Awesome.
Looking at it.
That means nothing to you, right? Of course you are. You're in the same room.
Glad to hear it.
But with mixed
You want to see
reality,
what we're looking at?
you can really see everything around
Yeah, you
you
do.
and still focus on the hologram.
Stealing behind you.
We're looking at the angels.
Oh my goodness.
They don't make it smaller.
Yeah. See, we're all looking at the same thing. And so he's going to adjust it or change whatever.
Oh my goodness. That is so cool.
So we've got, this is Garrett's angels that we designed.
So I had to get closer to it.
Yeah, you can, like.
Just wanted to see if it worked.
That was one of our substitutes that had just come in and picked something off the printer and had never had the HoloLens on before. So that was something fun for her to experience. Next, I want to introduce to you Scott Schwartz. He is our art teacher, and he is fabulous. He also enjoys technology, and you saw him in a couple other videos previous. He got interested in the HoloLens because we had just purchased an Ultimaker 3, and this is housed in the library. And with art, he wanted to put some of that 3D design into it. Well, he had to figure out what app would work best, and that was easy for kids to use, and had lots of different opportunities in the app. And so Scott had decided on Morphe. And we use the kids we're a one-to-one iPad school, and so this app worked perfect for us. And so we're going to show you a couple of things that they've done. This one is a student that had built this train. He spent hours on it, and you're going to see the whole process of him designing and learning how to use the HoloLens, looking, making modifications, and then the final product out of the 3D printer. And that's the train that he designed in Morphe. And here's Scott walking him through how to use the hand gestures for the HoloLens.
You know, in a real environment here to see where the flaws are. I wanted to make sure his wheels all touch the tracks. So Clayton,
and here right now you can actually see when the wheels does not line up, and he can see that for the first time
bring it up, one of the two.
because he can make it larger. He can move around it. Something that you can't always do on the iPad.
Okay, so if we look.
If you notice in the background, Scott's looking at my computer. We can see what he sees in his screen on my computer.
Go to the right side a tiny bit. Just walk right or look right. Right there. Okay. So we can get a sense of the wheels lined up, and you can see you picked right away that those back wheels are wider than the front wheels.
Yeah.
Which won't hurt anything other than it might change the illusion that these are all on the tracks. So that's something he has to consider before we print it.
Clayton, can you look down? Can you go underneath of it so we look?
Walk underneath.
Walk underneath of it.
Can you walk under it?
There.
Yeah. Now walk and look up.
You know, so where else could you walk under your design and get a closer look? And here he's demonstrating it. And then this is coming out of the 3D printer, removing some of the support pieces, and there's the final product. Also, Scott wanted to work on creating a 3D space. You know, we can put one object into the HoloLens, but could we do multiple? And so with the Morphe app, he did. He brought in all these different things. He tried to set it to scale as much as he could, but we did make this happen. Let's take a look at this. And so that is the Iron Giant that one of our students had built. And then he just pulled in some other buildings. And so you could walk around these other objects in this one space. I know the next thing that what we want to do is to add color and textures to these objects. And Morphe made that update over the summer. So that is possible. We just haven't had time to try it yet. The last thing that I want to show you is, this is the newest device that we have in the library, and this is called a Hypervision. And a Hypervision is a device that allows you to see holographic images. And over there on the left, this is my device I have on the wall. It's a fan, it has 4 blades. On the outside of the blades, you can see the white dots. Those are LED lights. And on the back of the blades, there are computer chips all the way up and down. And when you have the fan moving, it creates these holographic images. And so I wanted something that our kids, we could display their work on, and that we didn't need glasses or any special equipment. Take a look at, this is a Golden Sower display. This is our book celebration. The kids were actually just building 2D to 3D, but it is eye-popping and catching when it's in person. And it just looks like it's floating in air. This is on the back wall of the library, so when kids walk by the library, it grabs their attention. And the blades move so fast, that's why you can kind of see them in the image. It's hard to capture a video of this. And so we are going to have students create work. We can set this up for maybe a basketball game or volleyball game, put students' faces on there. We're thinking we can use this at graduation. Those are just a few of the ideas. But this next video, this is one of our students that created this 3D model in Morphe on her iPad, and we figured out how to get it up on the Hypervision. It's very vivid in color. You can see colors and textures on here. Let's take a look. And actually, we just did this a couple weeks ago. And so we have a lot of students now that are creating, and now we can display all of them up on the Hypervision. And they'll be coming up here on this next one. And here it is. We were so excited that we actually have it up here, because you don't need any glasses or any special equipment to view this 3D image. Since we have integrated these innovative tools, we are discovering students that struggle in everyday core classes are excelling in 3D design. We have witnessed the light bulb go on. These students want to learn and become better problem solvers and thinkers. Augmented, virtual, and mixed reality are opening a new world and providing numerous opportunities for our students. I hope we are inspiring students to consider careers in science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Yesterday's classroom will not prepare our students for tomorrow's job market. It is time to rethink education. We need to design and facilitate lessons to prepare students for careers we can only imagine. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or contact me on Twitter. You can also follow the Bertrand Library on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see more examples of our students using augmented and mixed reality.